Hello there, and welcome to a new game review. Today we'll watch another game from the North American Corporate Chess League. Um, I found this game, and again, I sneaked a peek at the analysis, and it seemed like it wasn't such a straight up game as it may look on the first sight. So I decided to go with it and not look for another game and see what it is in it and to until how many steps we can follow along the game and see if we could have seen something if we were in this game. All right, we start on queen side. Okay, we this move probably want to stop the pawn from going more forward and also stops this one from going there. We start on the left side with 2 pawns. Okay, this one probably puts a challenge into this field, although this pawn can move forward, and it actually does. I think here, if there's going to be an exchange, that's gonna free the queen. I'm interested to see how he's going to respond to this one. Personally, I would just get rid of it, even if it frees the pieces. But if you allow the white to attack first the queen, then you're going to have to take it with this one, and you can't put the horse here in order to prevent a blockage to the castle. Okay, so he does push this one forward as the white I'd probably take. He does not take, he defends the position. Okay, that's definitely choice. He doesn't take because he's going to eventually lose it. You have two positions that reinforce it. This bishop is out, so he can castle because the king is exposed. Yeah, no quick way to stop that. So I think he develops his own part for castle. He castles first. Then we have a pin on the queen. We have an attack probably on the pawn here. Personally, I would one. I can even go. Nah, if we go two pieces, then we're gonna have two attacks on it, and he's going to win a pawn in the end. So one is good enough, and then we have the bishop, so castle. Is that the best position we can have? Yes, I think we can go up to here. There's no more pawn to stop us. This one can chase us off theoretically, but then we can return here. No, I think this will help him develop. So yeah, I think eventually I'll just go here. Okay, he chases off that one. The queen can just come here, so it's not really worth it to attack. But if we go here, then we expose our king, and we can't actually do that, so that's a trap. If we go here, would he expose himself? And actually, it would be worth it to expose, because then I can just come in here. But then I probably wouldn't be able to castle on the right, because I'd have the pawns exposed. He does come back here. Alright, he chooses to do this, maybe so he can push this pawn, maybe? Worth following up, but yeah, this one, and then it's gonna be follow up with a castle. He doesn't push this here. Good temperament, I guess. I did once this mistake, and it weakened my position. Okay. Then he has to move this one. Is it in order to block the pawn? Yeah. I think it's in order to block the pawn, not to advance even more than that, because then you have the queen blocked. Well, not entirely, but solidly. We finish up castling. What does he want to do from here? There's not really a point blocking this one, but I would probably look forward to getting rid of that pawn somehow. There's no way to do it as it is, though. Maybe, yeah, we can't come here with the rook because of the horse. So it's white has quite a good position there. All right, so he does eventually come here, although personally I would push this one. Okay, he wants to save his horse and shows that he can double back up that bishop. He takes the bishop. All right, Unsure why the exchange was made in the first place. Well, with that position, yeah, that's not a good idea, but this one could be, because it's backed up with this one. And then taking this one. And now the horse protects this one, so maybe we also need a queen here. Ooh, he pushes left. Okay. Interesting situation. Do we want to bring our rook out for something? I'm still debating. Okay, now I think he wants to free, but he won't be able to because he can't reinforce this one, nor here. Maybe just not even there. I mean, this is a good move if you can move the horse somewhere that attacks something that is also protected, so you can snipe the bishop, but you just can't. You can't move the horse from there. But he still moves behind, thinking that maybe he's going to move his horse there. Honestly, I would have just taken it, but probably that would help him with his position, but I would still not attack this one. Okay, that's interesting in itself. Probably it's a move. I would say it's a move to buy time. And you can't really buy time with this move because then you'd block this part. But probably you could buy time with this with this move as well. Nah, actually this one would be even better. Okay, another move to buy time, I suppose. Same. I mean, this horse could have come. Nope. Yeah, the horse could come here and be protected by the pawn, but then you'd free up this pawn. Okay. So he saw something in here. Oh, okay. He can definitely come here 3 moves in advance, and then probably come around here, sneaking in. This rook moved here, so will the horse continue? Okay, we got this move. The horse technically can continue, but what is he doing with this horse? Can come here, which is unprotected. Here, nope. Nope, he's gonna die. Well, this one can be a move, but like this one dies, then this one dies, then this one dies, and the queen comes, dies. And it's not really worth it. So I'm not sure what the horse is doing for now, unless we move the horse here and we're trying to brute force in this place with one of the horses. But that would only manage to do this or this. Alright, let's see what happens. Okay, he does come with a horse here, and probably the next step would be here, but freeing the horse in here blocks it. So here it can't go anymore. This one probably is an interesting attack that is protected by the rook. This one can't, so this one is a no-go. I have no idea where that horse is gonna go now that this horse is not here anymore, because it moved like this. Oh well, we'll see. And that maybe inspired this guy to move his horse as well, although he... I suppose that instead of going here... yeah, here was threatened by this horse. Correct. And now we have a pin on this pawn, although I'm unsure it's really worth it. Like, sure, you can brute force it. So let's say this one dies with this one, and we have this one second horse in here, and this one would threaten the rook, which I don't believe he's gonna go with the queen here. Let's see. Okay, he moves his horse here so he can protect this pawn. And he's also targeting the bishop remotely. Yeah, I think that's the angle he's going for. So if this one hits this guy, this one comes in, dies, this one comes in, dies. Then you have this horse, this one dies. The bishop comes, this one dies, then the queen comes, this one dies. 3 for 3, but it's less in pieces. Yeah, it's not worth it anymore. I'd move the pawn forward, I think. He moves the bishop, so he can take this free pawn now. Okay, interesting find. He moves forward to challenge the horse. Even better that he didn't move 2 squares, like I said initially. He needs to go back. Then he moves in. Yeah, this is cooked, because if you go back, you can take it and then you need to ruin the position. I think I'll just take the bishop here, yeah, and then take it back with the horse. Nah, I think I'll take it to the queen. Yeah, he comes with the queen. Because now we can put more pressure on this part. I'm not sure exactly how that's going to happen, but yeah. This move here, I think, is just like, I have no idea what to do next, so I'm gonna push this pawn just to see what he's going to do, because he can't attack anyway right now, so he needs to build. But I think this guy, the black player, can build better, stronger walls. We're gonna make the white player. Sorry. I had a very short, brief lapse in judgment. I shall correct that. And yeah, I'm thinking from the white player's perspective. Maybe I'll try to go with the queen here, but to threaten the horse, but can't do that because it's protected by the horse. So I think I would still push this one here. The horse can still come here, so that'd be a bad idea. Even if I do this one, probably it can still come around and, well, just put pressure on the queen. Yeah, it's good to move this when you have no idea what to do, because it's a safe move. They also allow the other player to build up more. I'm unsure what he's going to do here unless he wants to do this move, which still not gonna do a lot. Moves the king here, so he can't move the horse. And he can't come with the queen here to check him anyway. That's good by itself. Ooh, and now he can take it because of the queen. Yeah, I didn't see that. And now if you take with the rook, then he takes with the queen. So that pawn is lost for free, basically. There's no reason to push this one 2 squares, because then you put your horse in danger and nothing you can do. If you move, maybe move here, then take the horse, but then you give up position. And here you can't move. This one is protected. Actually, I think that's what maybe happened here. Yeah, this one is no longer protected. Wait a second. Oh, it was protected by the horse. So yeah, I thought this rook was meant to protect this pawn, and I think maybe it is, and that's why the white player moved here, because now he knows that the only thing that was protecting his pawn is the horse. So now that there are 2 pieces, why did the black player want to do this? Because he wants to move his horse. And the only way he could do it in a significant way is to come here and ruin his position with this one and weaken this side of the king. And because he wanted to not allow the horse to do that, he loses a pawn. Albeit I think it would have been hard to defend it regardless. I think the best way would have been to move his horse here, so you can secure this one. And then even if you kind of ruin your position, you still have points. But that is his hindsight. I wouldn't have preemptively moved my horse here either, because I didn't see a reason to do it. And now you lose a pawn for it. Now he finally does this because the queen cannot come here anymore. Actually, he can. I think this is a mistake. He can come with the queen here and you can check him. Does it any? Yeah, it does happen. Yeah, this was a mistake to do. Um, I foresaw it a month ago. A month if I had like a Dragon Ball Z time chamber. Okay, now I think the white quite gave along a lot of his initiative, and black is on the offensive quite strongly. I'm not sure entirely how the attack is going to be carried. This horse is hanging right now, so this one is not a good move. Probably there. I'll probably go there. You can't take the pawn. Not gonna help anyway. There's no reason to take this one. The rooks are inactive to some degree. This horse could probably move here and fork these two pieces to a certain degree. Yeah, actually, I think I like these moves. Like if I was the black player, probably I'd try to pull this one. Already forks these two. I'm curious what he does. No, he doesn't do it. Later on the analysis, I will be curious to see if like this was a good move because I have these ones, and then you can't really stop me from taking this one. If I do this, if I move here, just gonna put me in danger. Actually, I think I can definitely. No, I think even yeah, I'll do this to save that one, and then I would have to move away probably and just go here maybe, and then have this one taken. And I would be in an advantage, so probably the queen wasn't even. Yeah, I don't think it would be a good strategy. I wanted to come here to put a threat on this one, but then you put yourself in the line of fire, and if you want to take this, then you lose the queen anyway, and then you get checked on the king. So yeah, that would be a very dumb move to do. So yeah, with this one, you then have to make. How do you make it worth it? You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose 5 points here. Sure, you can take it back with three. So you're gonna be left with two. So like, what do you do? Come here and then attempt to take this one, because obviously you're gonna lose this one. Yeah, I think it's a decent move for the black player because you get a +1. But let's see what he has planned. He's moving here. Probably he wants to go. Nope, he cannot come in this way. Alright, where can you go exactly? What are you seeing? This one is a no-go. Nor here. I don't see the reasons to go in those places either. Maybe you want to go like this, then you check, then he cannot take you. And by being here with the horse, you force it to check, so you go left or right. That could be it. Okay, I'll change the queens here. The black player doesn't want to. Okay. Yeah, I think he moved away because he saw the pawn being attacking the horse. Alright, then we have a push on here. Oh, okay, we get an attack on the queen. Sure, I guess. Retreat even more. Then we have a push for the horse. I mean, I think these are moves that I would have made without thinking with a grand strategy behind me, which is also telling me from my past experiences of games that it's not gonna get you to win the game. I don't know what he should have done better than this. I mean, the white player, but I know that this is not gonna bring him the victory. I think in the end, let me think about it. So it was the strategy that I had in mind was there, taken -3, then this one that was around here, would take it. You have -2, then you move the queen somewhere, and then you have a +5, so you're gonna have a +4. And when you lose this one, then you lose 3, so you have still a +1. So on the dot here, he has a +1. He wouldn't have ended up with another one, an extra one, I think. Alright, so now he needs to move the horse, and probably I would get to move it. You can't move it there, right? Yeah, you have to get it back now. Or even better, I think you can move here, which he does, because you can kind of get a good view of these places, and you block a lot of options from the white player. Alright, he does end up taking the pawn, because if you want to take it, then you lose it. You snooze, you lose, I guess. Ooh, do we want to double here, our efforts? Mm, hmm. He takes this one. Understandable. I think it would, yeah, I think it would be somewhat better than moving this pawn here, I think. Because there's nothing protecting it from the rook. Yeah. So he goes here and grabs a pawn, probably something that I would have considered because I wanted to be in plus material. And once you're a plus material, you can think of exchanging pieces equally. Mm, can't. Yeah, can't. Nope. This is the only place you can do. But if you go here with a horse, can you actually pin? No, you cannot. If there was only something that would allow the rooks to pin this, it doesn't choose to go back with the horse. Instead, chooses to move forward with this one, which is interesting choice. I think I would have pushed this one instead of this one, this horse here. He chooses to go here and threaten the queen. Ooh, bold move, choosing to go here. I don't know why, but I feel like the white player is in danger. Even though he's right now on +1, he doesn't really have a way to attack the king. He has a good, solid, protecting, defensive position. Meanwhile, oh, meanwhile this horse is completely trapped. Now I can see it. So like, yeah, so you see, that's why I didn't choose to play a game today. Like my intuition is in the right place, but my head cannot follow. Um, I felt like the white was in trouble and I didn't know why, because the moment he chose to do this, well, honestly, I think I would have been saved here because I would have moved this pawn to a certain degree. I mean, one move out of the entire game, half of the game. Let's give myself some credit a little bit here. Now, because the queen, he exposed himself, so like he did take a +1 as a pawn, but he exposed himself. He exposed his queen to the taking, and also his horse here that is not protected. I mean, sure, you're protected by the queen, but you need to keep this in mind. So, like, you cannot come here anymore. Probably here would be a good idea. Here is also a good idea. Here is also a good idea to protect the horse from the queen. Did a white player recognize this threat? He did not, because he moved here, and now the queen is all free to take the horse for free because it's also checking the king. And all of it in order to try. Oh, yeah, he tried to take the horse as well back and also get a shot at the king in the next move, but I think he chose to believe a little bit too much in this variation and not pay attention to this move. Maybe he was hung up on the clock time, thinking that he's gonna win on time. And now you have the king in a perilous position. Um, was this one not a better move though? Because like, yeah, I mean, sure, because you can't really check him again. Actually, you can, and then exchange the queens, because right now you have the white player is on a +2 advantage. He took a free horse. He can definitely make this exchange. Yeah, I think. Ooh, he knows what he's doing. So he forces the exchange, takes the queen, still on a +2. King is in a dangerous situation here. If he moves his horse, the horse is pinned here. If he moves the horse, then he loses the rooks. Yeah, this is by itself a pretty hard situation for white to be in. If I was in this position, I don't know what to do, honestly. I think maybe I would consider 1, 2 moves to go here. I mean, I don't think he would let me. The moment he would do this. Okay, let's see that he does. He moves here, then I take the horse. Actually, yeah, this would be a good. Yeah, I think this would be a good move to a certain degree. Ooh, just now you do this. I mean, the felt if you did it when the horse was still alive and the queen, because yeah, it's easy for him to do this. And if you want to do an exchange, actually, it's in his favor. So do this, do it, do it, do it, Anakin. He doesn't do it. He wants the horse. Let me test it a little bit. So we have this one, right? We have this one. Ooh, I understand. Yeah, it's not really a good situation for him. Then the best you can do is this one, and it's yeah, nah, it's not a good idea. Well, it was worth a try. He does come here to try and take this one. So like if you do take this one, you do end up losing. So ooh, and then you have this one. Okay, I see, I see. I mean, yeah, you get a +1 and he still gets a little bit of an advantage, I guess. Okay, so he moves there, he moves back to threaten the rook and defends his horse at the same time. You wanna go for this one, I think. I don't think you. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Because he's threatening this one, instead of going back, you leave your horse unprotected, and that seals the fate of the game, I think. There's no coming back from this. I mean, sure, you can take the horse back, but you lose the pawn. He does not lose the pawn? Ooh, because, oh, okay, because if he takes this one, then he loses this pawn. But then he can definitely come here, and he'll have to raise something. Okay, he goes with the horse back, and do you wanna go there? Okay, takes the pawn, takes the other pawn. Now you take it, now you lose it. Well, uh, yeah, I can't say that why he chose to do this instead of doing this. Maybe he did this now because now he can pin. Well, he can't really pin the king because the rook takes care of it here. But he can come in this position and yeah, definitely. And then you can check him and you need to go back and you have another rook here and you can attack both of them. Ooh. He did, okay. And then you have this other rook here. No. Ooh, he blocks him here. And then you have like, I think he should move his rook here. No, he moved this other one. Ooh, just 5 seconds. This is getting hardcore. Okay, we move. Ooh, nice. That's actually no, I was a little bit too hasty. I thought this horse gonna jump here, but obviously it can't. Okay, so he threatens this one. 2 seconds move. Okay, now he's pinning the pawn. This like you need like pre-move here, and obviously he didn't. I don't think he pre-moved. So you come in here. Okay, he pushes this one instead of taking. Yeah. So you can secure this one and not be a checkmate. Okay. Okay. Takes, then takes again. I'm not sure that's in your favor to do though. Okay, he approaches with the king. Oh, so there is some save time here. I think there are like 3 seconds that you get, or maybe 5. Yeah, I think it's just 3 that you get per move. Because like he loses here a second, Okay, there's a check. It's also protected by the rook, so that's a good check. Then he moves to stop the pawn. Probably would have been a bad idea to move back behind. I still think about checking. I mean, I know this horse protects the pawn, but I will think about checking him. Being here would mean that he can move around here. And then I think he can move here to check him again. And probably he can move here. Yeah, it probably ruined the position, so let's see what he does. Okay, he wanna aim for this cheeky move. Okay. Check, good move. Oh, and now he seals his own fate because, yeah, it's a good move that he wants to attack, but he also blocks um, the opportunities you have. Ooh, and now you can fork. Damn, he saw that one. And how fast was that? Because you can see this one. Check. He can only move to the right. There's no other move for him. And then you can come here and fork both of them. Ooh, yeah, that was nasty. And you don't really care now anymore that you lose the horse. You get another +2. That's just oof. Now, honestly, you can just come here and like do this exchange. You're still gonna win. He actually does try to make the exchange. Was that a pre-move? Like, I think he just doesn't want to exchange, but doesn't want to resign either. Because I would have taken this one, even if you do end up taking it. Because I know you lose it, and then I think, yeah, there's that. But yeah, that's not gonna help you. It's still the same fate. And now he resigns. He realized that he can't run to go. Okay, okay, yeah. I mean, I enjoy this game. Ooh, can you like give me a little bit about analysis here? Thank you. I really enjoy the game. I mean, ooh, okay. So the first curious move was this one. Honestly, I'm not sure it's such a bad move. How much decreases it? Not by much. 0.4, I think. Yeah, I had a slight idea of pushing this one, but mm, kind of risky. Too risky to maintain there, I mean. Okay, we have this castle, we got this bishop. I wonder why is this considered great move. I mean, it's considered great, but from 0.9, it increases to 0.80, 0.90. Oh, okay, now it increased a bit. So yeah, it does end up increasing a little bit. Okay, all right. This one is a mistake probably because it just goes back, I think. Or the computer would have done. Okay. All right. Now the next part is this one. What would the computer do here? Come here to challenge the horse. Okay. I understand what the computer would have thought. It's followed up by a mistake here. Probably go back. Okay. Another mistake is to take it. Why? How you? Sure, I guess. Still white in advantage here. I don't think this exchange would have happened though. Well, let's come back to reality. Go back to reality. Wake up to reality. Alright. This is considered a blunder, but for blunders, it's not that much follows from 0 to... okay, now you're saying it's a -1. So could have taken this one immediately. which actually does happen. Okay, this pawn then happens. This move is still good, I suppose. Oh, so because the white player moved his king prematurely, it allowed for these exchanges. I see. And this one brought back a bit of hope. And then we have this one as a great move. And this one is a blunder, which could turn the tides with the +1 almost. If this rook moved there. Okay. Huh. Like that, it's kind of aggressive. Probably the only way to move this one a bit. And then you are in a pawn. Nope. You do not. Well, it's still a more favorable position for black here because the king is more exposed and this one is here, so you cannot take it here, I guess. Well, alright. Okay. Where is that move with the horse though? Oh, from here. I'm very curious. Yes, like, I think this is not a great move. Damn. It's actually a very bad move. Okay, it takes. Returns. Ooh, take the queen. I mean, yeah, because it was this move that would threaten the queen. So now you're forced to take and then he escapes. And you lost a pawn basically because, well, you lost a +1 point. I think it's +2 maybe? Yeah, it's +2. Yeah, you lost. In fact, you lost a horse for nothing. So you take with this one. Yeah. So you lose 2 points here because you lose a horse for a pawn. Right, and then white has a big advantage. Okay, so my idea was indeed a not so good one. Okay, this move on the black was a mistake, and this one is considered a great move. Okay, because it pushes the queen back. Still decent, but the white has advantage here because of the pawn move. Yeah, okay. And this one is a mistake because we already know why. This ends up happening. Ooh, yeah. Moving the pawn here would have been better than bringing the horse. I think he brought the horse here, right? And that's the blunder. Yeah, so like I believe like this blunder was worse than this one with the queen here, even though he could have turned it. Okay. Huh. Yeah. So I think it's a little bit worse than this because it's hard to see basically um, than this move. But yeah, with this move, he kind of sealed his fate a little bit. Gets a +2 advantage. And now, sure, you can try to do it, but ooh, the computer sees it like it's a -4, even though it's +2 in pieces advantage. Because the advantage probably can't be overturned. And from here on, the game goes without big issues, it seems. So I just followed its natural course with decent to great moves until, yeah, the advantage is too big. So like here, there's nothing you can do to defend. So yeah, right. You can choose to do this, then you have to do this one. Maybe you can come here, but like you can't save it. And then slow descent into madness. Well, this was the game. I found it entertaining. I don't know about you. Um, but hopefully you did and you weren't bored. But if you stayed until now, I think there is at least something you took from it, or you just had to do something while you're eating. Well, whatever it is, you had my voice in the background. Hope you're I don't know if saying filled is gonna sound decent, but well, I only intend good intention. So hope you're enjoying this one. Cheers.